This is going to be an abstract art mirrored name piece. So it's going to be your name making abstract art, or a word that you choose making abstract art. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to create our own carbon paper. And that's just going to be able so that we can re-imprint something that we've already drawn onto another piece of paper. It's a good technique if you've already drawn something and you want to show it on another piece of paper. You can do this with a pencil and a piece of paper. So fold your paper in half, hot dog style, and you're going to take a pencil, okay, and you are going to color this whole side of the paper. You're going to color with the pencil, and you want to cover the entire paper, because the more that's covered, the more you're going to be able to have the thing you're drawing on top of show through to the next piece of paper. You'll see what I mean in a minute. If you've ever used carbon paper, you guys know, like on a nurse's pass, how like you write on the top, but then you can see it on the other pages. We're kind of creating that effect. So color this whole paper, and I'm going to go ahead and pause this and color this, and then I'll be right back. All right, so here is the finished carbon paper. The harder you push with your pencil, the better of a transfer you're going to get. So I would tell you guys to push hard, but you just go ahead and put this to the side for a second. Okay. Now we are going to work on our mirror paper. So you're going to fold this paper in half as well. So you need 2 sheets of paper for this project. Okay. Yep. You're going to want the top of this to face away from you. Okay. Because our mirror is going to happen here on the fold. So you want it to face away from you. And you are going to put this paper, the blank one, on top of the colored one. Okay. Now, if I've got a bobby pin right here that might help me. Ooh, making all kinds of messes. I'm going to put a bobby pin. You can put a paper clip or something. I'm going to put a bobby pin here to kind of hold them together. If you got a paper clip, you could also put some like painter's tape or masking tape. Just make sure to stick it on your shirt first so that you can peel it off the paper without ripping the paper. That's a really good tip. Okay, so you're going to lay this here. Make sure it's on top of each other and the fold is facing you. And the open part is facing away from you. Okay? Now, you're going to pick a word or your name. I'm not going to do my name because I've done my name for too many things. But you are going to write it here in print first. So what we're hoping is going to happen is we're hoping that when we're drawing here, we're pressing, and this is going to be basically copying it on the other side. Okay, so I think I'm going to write the word Hufflepuff because I'm a Hufflepuff and I'm sick of doing Harrison, so let's do Hufflepuff. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to say, okay, well, Hufflepuff starts with an H. I'm going to take it all the way to the edge of my paper, my first letter here. I'm going to try to hit everything on the edge of the paper. H and Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff. Okay, so it's 10 letters. So I can do 5 letters before the bobby pin and then 5 letters after the bobby pin. So Huffl. So I'm actually going to just draw an L right here so that I know I've got to fit UFF. And I'm going to put an E right here. Remember, have your letters touch the bottom of the paper here, the fold. Okay, and I know P-U-F-F, I have to have an F here. Okay, so that's how I spaced it out so that I know it's gonna fit. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna do a U, F, F, and if it starts to slip, just kind of adjust the bobby pin or you should have a paper clip. I just have a bobby pin near me because I put bobby pins in my hair all the time. Okay, huffle. Let's do a P here. If it's a letter that goes below the line, you're just going to draw the part that you can see. P, U, F. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's all going to look like a jumbled mess at the end. Okay. Now you're going to do it again, but you're going to offset it a little bit. So you're not going to draw right on top. You're going to make sure you're off to the side of it a little bit. It can be all kinds of different. So I did a new H. And then still trying to make sure I'm getting as close to the bottom of the paper as I can. So you're doing print 2 times. This is kind of a fun one. It's cool to learn how to do a transfer like this. And as you're writing this, just go ahead and push pretty hard with your pencil, just because that's going to help your transfer. Okay, so you have Hufflepuff, or your name, probably your name first or last, written twice. Now we're going to do it in cursive. And so I am going to link on your module, I'm going to link a place that'll teach you cursive if you don't know it. It doesn't have to be perfect because everything's going to be jumbled up, so don't worry too much. But I'm going to make sure this is still sitting on top here. I'm going to do it in cursive on top of both prints. I am pushing really hard at this mechanical pencil. I'm gonna have to move the bobby pin really quick. Yet again, if it drops below, just don't do it. Just kind of pretend you did it. Can y'all tell if my cursive is perfect? No. It looks like a giant mess. Okay, I am going to come down and make sure you have connecting, that things are connecting here on the bottom. All right, let's moment of truth. Let's see, did it work? Did it work? I think it did. Okay, moment of truth. You're going to pick up your paper. You're going to take this one out from underneath. You're going to turn it like this. You're going to open it, and this should have put a print there. How cool is that? Okay, so your next step would be to take a Sharpie, if you have one, or a black marker, or a black colored pencil. Let me make sure this one actually works. And you're going to go over your lines on both sides. Okay? I'm going to do a little bit, and then I will pause and come back when I'm actually done. just zone out. That's what I do. I just zone out and draw my lines. Okay, so like just to show you, like that's basically the H. And now if I flip it around, I can do the same thing over here. And I want to connect that line. And it might not be perfect. I mean, it's not going to be exactly because of what you're doing, but you want the lines to connect. And that's going to be the part that shows the most that it's a mirror image. Okay, so let's do this H. Gotta keep an eye on the time. That goes off the page there. This crooks out like that. And yeah, so as you can see, I've done the both H's. So I'm going to pause the video, pause the recording, and I will come back once I have outlined everything. Alright, so I finished putting my Sharpie outline. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Does it still look really cool? I think so. So the next thing you're going to do is color. And I'm going to actually do that in a separate video, which I will paste together in a minute. Alright, I am back and I have my colors with me. I am only going to use rainbow plus pink. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink. Because I want to use what's available to you guys. So what you're going to actually do is you're going to cycle through your colors, put them in the order that you want them in. I'm going to put them in the rainbow. And what you're going to do is you're going to focus on each place that you see like a connected shape, okay? So you're going to color each place that has a connected shape. And what I want you to do is color darker on the outside of that shape and lighten your pressure as you go toward the middle so that there's variation in your coloring. Okay, so that was red. I'm gonna move on to yellow. So this shape, this part doesn't actually touch the top right here. So I'm going to color this whole area. Actually, I'm looking over here and it does touch the top. So we're going to make a little adjustment. We can do that. We're going to do this little area orange. Okay. Next is yellow. Ooh, it's really blurry down here. This little spot's going to be yellow. I'm going to keep moving on to my next spots. This is going to be green, pushing harder on the outside, and then lighter in the middle. Yeah, pretty cool. Blue, it's going to be a little blue part. Just fill that in the best you can. There's a teeny tiny little purple part right here. Okay. Pink. Just working my way down. Pink. And you can do this with as many colors as you want. You don't have to do rainbow. do whatever you like. You can do warm colors, you can do cool colors. If you have like a big pack of colored pencils, you can use all of them. So I'm going to go red over here. So I'm back at red. And I am just going to keep alternating out colors until I've filled in all these little sections. And the cool thing, this is the cool thing about it. That's what makes it look really awesome, is the way that you color it in. That's what makes it abstract. Okay, I'm going to pause and I will come back when I have one side done. Okay, so you can see I've colored in all the places that are completely closed in shapes. Now comes kind of the tricky part, because I have to mirror the colors onto the other side. So I've got to look and say, okay, well that's yellow, so I did yellow here. This is green, so we're going to do green here. The easiest way is to go ahead and start doing the ones that are touching and then work your way out. So blues here. Like this. Okay, we got blue. I've got purple here, and it goes all the way up here. Bring that down. See, this one's red. Sometimes I color it really light first, and then I kind of build that darker layer in. Okay, green. Orange here. And as I color, if I see some kind of overlap that is not here on this side, I'm not going to color it because I'm probably going to go in with a Sharpie and fill it in. So you're only mirroring exactly what you have over here if you can. Let's see, this one's red. This one's orange. Got a little yellow spot right here. Just gonna show you this first row so that it makes complete sense, I hope. Purple, looks like. here. Some green. They're orange. A lot of connectors that are orange. Looks like there's a black line running through there that I didn't get, so I'm gonna add that. If you notice things like that, go ahead and fix them. This one is yellow. Getting lots of text messages over here, it looks like. Okay, yellow. This is red. Your mirror side is going to be a little bit not perfect, but that's cool. It's fine. Get the green. And this last big part is going to be pink. Alright, so you can see how it mirrored from the original one. So you're going to go ahead and do that with the entire thing. So I'm going to pause and I will come back when it is finished. Alright, I have finished coloring it all the way. You can choose to put a background, like you could color this all black behind there, or you could use maybe a color you didn't use in your main coloring, or you could leave it white. But it looks like a really fun, kind of like stained glass, looks kind of like a creature. It could be all kinds of things, but it's definitely abstract. And it says Hufflepuff. So you can fold it back. See it again. Open it up. Pretty cool.